Hello, all of my lovely singles out there in internet land. This is Neptunifish Tarot. Thank you for stopping by the channel. So, I'm going to start a brand new series today, and this is for singles, and that would include anyone who is perhaps in a separation and wanting a message from spirit about what they can expect or what actions they might take to bring the one that they love back to them. All right. So specifically for singles, though, who are just putting it out to the divine, their intentions, their desire to have a divine partnership, right? This is understanding that when we ask the universe for what we want, we can expect to receive that. And so I'm going to ask Spirit today to give us advice about all of those things. And I just wanted to let you know these are the decks I'm going to be using. So for tarot, the main deck I'm going to use is Ethereal Visions, Illuminated Tarot deck by Matt Hughes. I'm going to clarify with the White Sage Tarot. And then we're going to use 4 different oracle decks. You can see Divine Feather Messenger by Alison, DeNicola, The Oracles of the Fairies by Karen K, Whispers of Love, Angela Hartfield, and then Alana Fairchild's Kuan Oracle. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up the decks, and when I return, we will get into your reading. Thank you. All right, Virgo, I have your cards all pulled out here onto the table. So ask Spirit to please give Virgo a reading that will let them know what it is you can do, Virgo, to usher in, quickly, this divine partnership, this soulmate type of a relationship, like not just anybody, but the person that's meant for you, Virgo, right? So that's what I asked. And so let's just get right into the reading. Really great message. Virgo, you have one of the more uplifting messages, I would say. So the overall energy is this 8 of Pentacles. So, what is that? It's like, keep working, keep growing, keep building, right? You are learning right now, Virgo, how to become the master. We're always evolving, we're always growing, right? We're always like up leveling into that next version of ourself. And so this is a heads down energy. And again, it's just the overall energy, Virgo. There's something that you're working on transforming right now, is what I would say about this. So right into the reading, we see the 7 of Wands clarified by the Lovers. Yeah, this is you sort of, again, it's like you're working, and 7s are, to me, they're always connections with the divine. So it's like the divine showing you, or you discovering like who you are, right? Like at the center of who you are. It's like building and growing and discovering your worth and your value, and being shown and connecting with the Lovers, right? Like, we could literally take this to mean your divine partner is on the way, and you're going to see this. Like, let me pan out. You're going to see this when we get down to the bottom of the reading. You've got a bunch of aces. Like, it's so close, Virgo. You're so close. But there is something first that you're going to have to do. Okay? Because in the top row, we see there's something else here. And you can see it. It's very clear. You've got 2 5s, right? There's something that you're working through, and it's emotional. Okay? It's that stuff from the past right? And we see with the Four Swords and the High Priestess, you're healing, you're tapping into your own divine connection, into your own internal guidance system. You are learning how to transmute this old energy. So any past relationships that have left you sort of feeling like maybe there's just a little lack of trust, right? Like maybe there's just a little hesitation still within you, Virgo. In order for the universe to unlock the door for this union to come in, there's something left within you, Virgo, that you're going to have to clean up. It's like a residual energy, an old energy. There's a little bit of healing. So we see there's still just something, right, that you're being asked to address. And who better than the High Priestess to show it to you? So my best advice when I see the Four of Swords, to me, yes, on the outset, it means rest and rejuvenation. Get rest, right? Be still. But more than that, the question is, do you have a spiritual practice, Virgo? Are you participating in connecting in with the divine on a daily basis? Whatever word you want to call it, quiet time or meditation or prayer or introspection, or really just closing your eyes and listening to your breath, which to me is the God force, in my opinion, in my view. Call it what you will, makes no difference. But you're clearly being told in this reading, or told, encouraged, directed, right? To go within. So that you can purge this old, like I said, it's emotional stuff, because when we carry this stuff, this residual energy, this field, right, whether we're conscious of it or not conscious of it, it sets up blockages. Okay, so the message is that if you will do the work, okay, here, what's coming? Okay, well, yeah, the Hierophant and the Hanged Man. And, okay, this is what's coming, starting with the Sun. Sorry, I jumped the gun. We got a couple more things here. And this is all related to that top row, okay? So, Hierophant and Hanged Man. This is about understanding that the divine works through you this way, that the energy works through you this way. Okay, it's me just telling you, okay, well, the divine is saying, look, you need to go within and have a spiritual practice and learn how to release residual energy. But then it's the divine saying, and we're going to show you, though. We're going to, as you go in, you see the figure, right? As you bring the spiritual energy down to earth, into your daily practice, into your physical being, you're going to begin to see an evolution. You're going to begin to see a change in the way that you perceive, right? You're going to be able to broaden your perspective. And you're going to start to be able to see that this old Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles stuff, you're, instead of seeing it as a liability, instead of seeing it as, oh, but that was so hurtful, or instead of viewing it as a setback or viewing it as quote unquote bad, you're going to start to actually change your perspective on that. And you're going to start to change your narrative and the meaning that you give to those sequence of events of the past, and say, no, I'm actually glad all of that happened. Because if I didn't have all of that to teach me what I don't want, then I wouldn't have this opportunity to get what I do want. And here it is. Wah, the sun, the happy card, clarified by the King of Wands. Look at the row. And then the Ace of Wands, clarified by the King of Pentacles. And then the Ace of Swords, clarified by the Four of Wands. And this is you being illuminated from within, from this process. This is the divine absolutely illuminating and blessing down upon you this extremely mature energy. You suddenly become imbued with this vibration, and it'll be a palpable transition, Virgo, from this old energy into this new energy. You will be so renewed. You'll find yourself vibrating completely in different ways, right? This is the transition that's happening within you. This is what you're becoming a master of. This is what you're working on, right? You're taking time out and really and truly dedicating, like, if what you desire more than anything else is to have this divine partner enter into your life and for you to be ready, right? Takes a lot of mature energy. This is you really, really committing to going the distance. This is you embarking off on a new trajectory, on a new path in your life. Really tapping into the divine, really tapping into your creative potential in order to bring you a long-term and sustained partnership. You're getting very, very clear about what you want, what you desire, and what you're willing to do to get it. Because in the end, your stability, your happiness, your fulfillment, right? The fulfillment of all your wishes, right? This is what's being illuminated for you at this time, Virgo. And so there's a process, and you're going to fight for it. And I do see you fighting for it. I see you getting really, really serious about it. Like, this is the message. And under the bottom of the deck, the main deck, by the way, I forgot to mention, we've got the Two of Wands and the Five of Wands. And that's what I was just saying, actually. This is you making the decision that you're going to fight for this. That's the energy. This is you recognizing that the universe wants nothing more than for you to call this in. But it is your call. It is your choice. Are you going to stay or are you going to go? Right? It's always a choice. Always a choice. Your spiritual team is working behind the scenes to orchestrate it all for you. And this is part of your realization. This is part of your perspective. It's like literally the sun coming down and flipping on the light switch for you. And you realizing that you're standing in your own power here. You are imbued with the power to make the transition from here to here. This is you maturing after a period of introspection and gained perspective. It's a very, very, you got like, I mean, every one of the signs so far in this series has gotten a majorly impressive message, but Virgo, yours is especially clear. Like, this is literally you deciding to go for it. And so when I ask Spirit, what does Virgo need to know? That's the message. Will you choose to step into this? Because the outcome is everything that you've ever imagined and more, and way more. So let's just go. I mean, this was kind of a quick message, actually, but it's very direct. Let's go right into the oracles. We're going to start with Kuan Yin. And we got the Sacred River. I don't know if it's Yangtze or Yangtze. If anybody wants to correct me down in the comments, by all means. Is it Yangtze or Yangtze? Yangtze? I don't know how you say that. Okay. It says this. The sacred river Yangtze eternally flows and changes. Just as the river flows and changes course, you too are evolving in your divine path. Veils and sheaths that once covered your soul light are being washed away. Cleansing by sacred water specifically indicates that your emotional life and your life direction are being purified and healed. Changes in the flow of energy within you and in the momentum of your life path unfolding are imminent. This is exciting. You're growing and changing, and soon your life circumstances will reflect your inner evolution. I love this. This is great, Virgo. So, it says to go outside. The Oracle of the Fairies says it's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful piece of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. Yeah. I think, part of our healing journey really is to sort of just get out of our own heads and to really, this Eight of Pentacles, right? Sometimes when we're not super focused, hyper focused on our goals, that's when it sort of all just, it just sort of evolves. It's like, plants growing overnight. And when the sun rises in the morning and you're like, wow, like those mushrooms, they weren't there yesterday. And this morning, look at them all, it's like, just go outside, get into nature. Go be in the sun, right? These downloads are going to come to you regardless of whether you're consciously aware of them or not anyways. But do have a spiritual practice. Don't overlook that part. And then we had 2 cards actually come out today from Whispers of Love. Physical touch. A tender touch can mean so much, and actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. Yeah. It's interesting. We talk about how thoughts are things, right? What we think, we bring into reality. I think that has to do with touch too, and I don't think that we actually really recognize that or talk about that very much. I feel like it's all part of this process of opening ourselves, right? And the more we can open ourselves, Virgo, the more can be cleared away, and then the more can be called in. And so we're calling in love. We're calling in divine partnership. We're calling in an evolution within us. And part of that, I think, is this fear of opening ourselves to others. And what better way to do that than through physical touch? Express your love. Express it. Be vulnerable. Right? This is all part of that Eight of Pentacles. This is all part of that learning and that building, that evolving into, being the lover. Being the lover. Express your love. And then we had 2 oracles come out for the feather messenger, divine feather messenger. So we had the white swan. The power of divine grace is within you. And we had the Oriole. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. So there is something about grace here, right? There has to be a forgiveness. I think that's the other little component of this piece. part of the healing of this old wound, right? This old emotional wound. And it was probably something centered around being like abandoned. Like abandonment would be a very common theme here with this part, you know, this pairing of Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Any kind of trauma, any kind of abuse, any kind of family wounds, childhood wounds, right? There has to be a forgiveness that has to occur. First, you know, within ourselves, and this is everyone, not just Virgo, but I mean, honestly, it is a thing, right? We've got to forgive ourselves. Like, we've done nothing. We've done nothing wrong. And therefore, no one else has done anything wrong either. No one has done anything wrong. We are just here to learn. We're just here to have experiences so that we can grow, so that we can evolve, so that we can learn how to become love, right? And that's everybody on the planet, every single person. And we're all just in different places, Virgo, right? But there's a certain amount of grace in this process that you have to give to yourself. And then once you can give yourself that grace and you can come to a place of forgiveness, then you're golden. Then you're able to offer that to others, you know. A new creative venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. Yeah. We never know how any of this is going to actually look when we get there. But you're definitely coming into something brand new. Definitely coming into something brand new. So just keep your mind in an elevated state of positivity. Be expectant that this is going to bring you to your promised land, right? And so it shall be, Virgo. What a lovely reading. I hope this did resonate with somebody out there. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. By all means, subscribe to my channel. I would enjoy having any comments or anything else that you'd like to leave me. And I'm going to leave it here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.